First things first. Orientationu. A minor tilt downwards. Good, good. Almost. First, allegedly. Well, as far as I can tell, you were not first. You were second. Second is not bad. Second is good. Everybody needs a second. Riker was far better looking than Picard. Also, not a fag. I don't know. Was Riker a fag? The guy that played Riker? I love that. I love those memes of that show that he did. The fucking the storytelling show. I can't remember what it was called. Where he was like, he was always just like telling these stories as if they were real, and then at the end he'd be like, "It was fake. We made it up. It didn't happen. Totally not real." What was that thing called? Put it in the chat. Anybody know? Right. Orientation. The hair back here is horrific. I have a rat's tail sticking at the back of my head. It looks disgusting. It's actually so handy having a smaller version of me and the painting right there. Or I can just be like, how shit do I look? Excellent. Right. Glorious. Okay. We have a chicken, we have a bear, and we have a crow. Crow bear chicken. Right. Instead of man bear pig, I have crow bear chicken. Okay. Please excuse me whilst I descend into proper painting posture. Glorious. The stool is smooth. Slow, but smooth. Smooth and slow. That will do. That will do for the goo. Howdy do. I do goodoo. I do goodoo. I haven't slept. I haven't slept since I woke up yesterday. Tried going to sleep last night. Just couldn't fucking sleep. I don't know what was wrong with me. The moon was like full and beaming through my bedroom window. Part of me thought I might succumb to lycanthropy and begin bounding around Tipperary town and eating some of the vagrants. But, alas, that did not happen. I remain human and tired. And my bloodlust is yet to be satiated. Right. Second is just gay compared to first two. Fucking sure, silver's better than gold anyway, like, you know, it's more useful. Gold is just the thing that people like show off with. Look at how much gold I have. Whereas silver, like, kills vampires, werewolves, probably a shit ton of other oogie boogie creatures. Conducts electricity, doesn't tarnish. I know gold doesn't tarnish, but gold is soft. It's fucking soft and pliable and gay. Never liked gold. Gold always looked gaudy to me. Don't get me wrong, silver can look fucking gaudy too, but like, there's something beautiful about like a silver sword. I'm playing The Witcher 3 again when I get the chance. I only get to play like about an hour of it at a time, which for a game like The Witcher 3, I'll probably be finished it sometime in 2030. Fucking huge game. Very satisfying though. Very satisfying. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? Yes! And he's a terrible dancer. He has 2 left feet. Which makes a lot of sense, because he's a perverted, inverted fuck. There's a big difference between the devil and Lucifer. So I've been told. Devil just looks like a horny fucking hybrid fuck. Lucifer is like, at least got some skill, you know? Ugh. Oh, Christ. It's going to be one of those streams. I'm a bit ludicrous because I haven't slept. Okay. 3 of you and only 1 Riker. The audacity. Remember to smash that like button like it has insulted your ancestors. The variants, unfortunately, live to see another day. Vagrants. The variants. Goddamn variants. And they're being variant. Like, there's far too much variance here. It's just another way of saying there's too much DEI. Gold is the special boy of metals. It really is, like, do you know what I mean? Like, all the fucking, like, dragons hoard it. Fucking all, like, you know, all the Egyptians and fucking Aztecs and all the gold coins, they all like adorn themselves with it and hoarded it. Like, silver's the shit you kill shit with, you know? You need like silver bullets to kill like werewolves. You need a fucking, well, I suppose it was a wooden stake to kill a vampire, wasn't it? Good old wood. Can't go wrong with a bit of wood, you know, like giggity. Like, when slaying beasts, you can't go wrong with a good solid bit of wood. Like, straight to the chest. No fucking about. Like, imagine the first guy to figure that out. Yeah, like a vampire or multiple vampires like laying siege to a town for months or years, perhaps decades or centuries, and they try everything, and then one of them finally just goes, "Fuck this shit! Hand me that stick," and just plunges it into his chest. Oh fuck! And what was the thing with Dracula? Nosferatu. It was like impervious to even a stake through the heart. What was it? Kate Beckinsale's character. We stabbed him, clamped him, burned him with acid. None of it works. Have you tried peeling his flesh slowly? Have you tried the sun? Like, he was still burnt by the sun, wasn't he? It's just like he managed to avoid it all the time because he was powerful or some shit. Like, I mean, come on, like, learn how to lay a trap, will you? Fucking, there's a reason they call you people peasants. 3 Reichs by my count. I'm only taking the piss. The one I'm looking at, because I can't see the phone, the one I'm looking at is like always wrong. Because I've noticed that over the, like, especially the last few months, when I'm looking at the laptop, it like doesn't sync up with like loads of the shit. And then when I go to turn the fucking stream off and turn the phone around, I can see all the actual stuff. It's funny, the metrics for my stream are actually quite pleasing. I have over like, think about this for a second, right? They say that you have to break like 4,000 watch hours or something for like your YouTube channel to start growing, and I broke it a while ago. I'm on like 4.3 or 4.7 or something, and there's only like 119 people subscribed to me. Like, so the fact that I have broken 4,000 watch hours and I only have 100 people, I'm doing quite well. It is the quantity. It is the quality, not the quantity. It is the quality, not the quantity. Pirates. Yes. Gay pirates. We were already talking about that there the other day. It was hilarious. It's like, it's so funny how all the stuff about soldiers and like, you know, naval gazers, fucking naval gazers. In the Navy, we're on a naval voyage. We embark on an adventure. What kind of adventure? A very homosexual one. For months on end, we're flinging giant lead balls at each other's boats in an attempt to, what? I mean, like, you're either stealing shit or like securing shit. I mean, even Even if you're not stealing shit from the official people are stealing shit from the unofficial people. Oh, just a bunch of rapists, murderers, fucking full-on rapists, like philanthropists. that episode of It's Always Funny. It is always funny. It's always Sunny in Philadelphia, where Charlie is like going on a date with your one, and he's like, I'm a full-on rapist. And she's like, I'm sorry, what did you say? A philanthropist? That's the one. That's what definitely not a full-on rapist. Shit's fucking hilarious. Oh, Christ. Right, I need to lower this so I can see. Imagine beating a zombie to death with your wood. Imagine skull fucking a zombie to death with your wood. Be far more effective. Not to mention intimidating. I mean, would you want to fight the guy who just skull fucked a zombie to death with his wood in quotes? Like, oh fuck. I've only been here 11 minutes and I already feel like I've been talking for 4 hours. Right. We have a mech and a decrepit city and a bunch of tiny robots to render. And we've one new tune because you people have gotten lazy over the weekend. Right. Here it comes. Ugh. Ugh. You can always really taste it and smell it and feel it when the water starts to hit all the acid in my stomach. Right, let us begin the goo. Yikes. That's like rule 1 of painting goo. Never have your phone on speaker. Like, oh fuck. How many yikes? All of them. How many kikes? None of them.
Colors drip, they slide, they fall. Coffee drank, now fueled for more. My hands are messy, my mind's a zoo. Painting goo. Paint goo, painting goo. Painting me, painting you. Sip, sip, rap, rap. Paint goo, painting goo. Wet, they drip, they fall. Canvas screaming, let's paint them all. A smear of smudge, a masterpiece too. Painting goo. It's emo booms, it's lavish too. Characters rushed away the light. No rules, no plan, just let it do. Painting goo.
Need more surface area. Is there such a thing as one yike too many? Probably. I'll let you know. I love the way this starts off like all... Japanesey and fucking traditional music and shit, and then it just drops into filthy metal. Excellent job, gentlemen. Excellent job. Right. I want to make this thing look fucking mean. Aggressive, efficient, technologically advanced, but beautiful. Give me a sec. I'm hearing banging, and not the sexy kind. It's probably next door. Their front door is like literally right beside ours, but it's louder than usual. Perhaps a B&E. That always happens. You hear some shit, and then you turn the music off, and then the shit stops. Pretty sure you're sitting on a treasure chest of unplayed games, unplayed tunes still. But alas, yes, I've done no homework. Yeah, like, I wouldn't be surprised. I think there's still an album that I haven't played that's your one. Is it the fucking biblical shit? The feds have come for Defender. Well, it's about fucking time. Lazy bastards. Welcome, Bruno Osama. To Pentico. Hello, by the way. Greetings, brother. The second I put the music back on, it starts. Somebody's fucking with me. Paint goo. Yeah, I think we got about halfway through that one. Ah, Manuel Sama. You all fill my heart with joy. You too, brother. Mine's a zoo. I need to get my hands on some of this glycerin shit. There's a like an active flow thing that you can get for acrylics. Paint goo. That apparently makes them like take longer to dry, similar to oils and stuff. It's in my blood, it speaks to you. I'll be back in a moment. No, it's not my door. Ugh. I am hearing a lot of more banging than usual. I gave up listening to Rammstein to be here in time for the go. This is how royal of Japanite I am. You'll have to do more than that to impress me. You'll have to do more than that to impress me. Rammstein aren't even that good. And they're very gay. Paid to. Fucking banger of a tune. I'm gonna stick on what will I stick? I'll stick on one of the ones that I haven't stuck on. Banana Bot is looking good. The potassium potassium predator. Oh god. It's like a detective shows up at a murder scene and it's just a guy ass up in the air with his pants around his ankles and banana shoved up his ass. What have we got here? Is it smoking a pipe? Right? It's a bit unusual. Like, not your typical murder. Do we have a name for the perpetrator? Potassium Pat. Pat Potassium. Pat-asium. Oh, like, I was about to say, I want to hear the banging. That sounds wrong. Watch, it's not going to happen every time I'm not playing music. Somebody is using my loud stream as cover for their escapades. I'm convinced. Right. Do we want metal or techno? Do we want metal or techno? Paddy Tassium. He throws banana peels at criminals to make them slip so he can arrest them. He's a criminal, not a fucking detective. Got it the wrong. I was literally about to say, you've got it the wrong way around, Emmanuel. He's a criminal, not a policeman. That would be funny though. Like, how badass would that be? Like, instead of like a batarang or a lasso or a fucking like you know, any kind of gadget that the typical superheroes had, he's just always eating a banana when he shows up, and the bad guy flees, and he just throws, makes them slip, smack their head off, something knocks them clean out. Like, every time. People underestimate the power of the nana. Apparently, potassium dehydrates you, from what I've heard. Could be wrong. Could just be some shit I heard on the internet, like most things these days. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot there was a new tune. Yeah. I got distracted by Printer Bear guilt-tripping me into not playing songs. Where are we? To piss or not to piss? Is there just one version of this now? Because he deleted the other ones? Because they both said to piss or not to piss too. Either way, I'm playing this one. His armament consists of a banana delivery. Oh, fuck.
I only came in to take a piss. Door creaked like it hadn't forgiven anyone. And out of the dark comes a voice. We're close. What were you thinking? Christ above, the place looked dead. 10 years before it died. Who does that, he says. Walks in and takes a piss. Like I'd kicked the priest or pissed on his father's name. Are you sick in the head?
Oh, God.
The sign says closed for business.
I can't believe you
So
made
does
it.
the whole fucking town. But we're still standing, aren't we?
Sorry. This is already a banger. What the fuck? You like you deliberately said it might be crap, didn't you? Because you knew it was fucking hilarious. What the fuck? It just drops like an absolute. Oh, that's hilarious. The drop on that was fucking amazing. I'm starting that again. What the fuck? This is hilarious. Oh, fuck.
I only came in to take a piss. Door creaked like it hadn't forgiven anyone. And out of the dark comes a voice. We're close. What were you thinking? Christ above, the place looked dead. 10 years before it died. Who does that, he says. Walks in and takes a piss. Like I'd kicked the priest or pissed on his father's name. Are you sick in the head? The sign says closed for business.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Aye. So does the whole fucking town.
So does the whole fucking
But
thing.
we're still standing, aren't we?
Fucking slaps. Oh, yeah.
Dust on the taps, chairs stacked like gravestones. He's minding ghosts, and I'm caught short. 2 men in a dead pub arguing over what's left. Closed for business, but the mouth still runs. Lights are out, but the anger hums. Close to business, heart still kicks. Dead pop singing through the symphony 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 kicks. He says his father poured the first pint here.
He's a liar.
His father before him wore the floor thin. Says the job's fucked off, then the laughter did too. I zip up, say sorry, and mean every word of it.
He did not.
But he's already shouting that the year's not me.
He was exceedingly rude. The cunt. He had a no honor.
Closed for business, still breathing smoke. Rain on the side, like a private joke. Closed for business, but listen close. Every empty room still
Where even the ruins still remember your face. Excellent. This one bigger, that one smaller. That was an absolute banger. I'm putting that on it again immediately. Like, what the fuck? It's hilarious and it slaps. Like a violent leprechaun.
I only came in to take a piss. Door creaked like it hadn't forgiven anyone.
Like, no song starts like that.
And out of the
I only
dark
came in to take a piss.
we're close. What were you thinking? Christ above, the place looked dead. 10 years before it died. Who does that, he says. Walks in and takes a piss. Like I'd kicked the priest or pissed on his father's name. Are you sick in the head? The sign says closed for business. Aye, so does the whole fucking town. But we're still standing, aren't we?
Let's get some greys on this, but I suppose we need to let it dry. I'll work on the wee ones. Kind of want to put some like up here.
Taps, chairs stacked like gravestones. He's minding ghosts, and I'm caught short. 2 men in a dead pub arguing over what's left. Closed for business, but the mouth still runs. Lights are out, but the anger hums. Close to business, heart still kicks. Dead pub singing through the symphony 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 kicks. He says his father poured the first pint here, and his father before him wore the floor thin. Says the job's fucked off, then the laughter did too. I zip up, say sorry, and mean every word of it. But he's already shouting that the year's not me. Closed for business, still breathing smoke. Rain on the sign, like a private joke. Closed for business, but listen close. Every empty room still haunts the mold. That over a simple piss in Tipperary, where even the ruins still remember your face. Still remember your face. Still remember your face. Still remember your face.
Absolute tune, that is. Absolute fucking tune. Excellent work, brother. Excellent work. Right. Where's the fucking page up? Right. Well, we'll stick with the techno because that was some heavy techno. Let me see. I can't remember. Yeah, there was like 37 songs on this. I can't remember how far we got down. But I don't really care how far we got down because I'm immediately gonna look for fucking First Contact and play that first. There we go. Yeah. I fucking love this one. Time.
It's not a river.
It's an ocean.
It is a battlefield. And once again,
Time is not a river. It's a bath.
they are coming.
Time is not a river.
Through broken light,
It's a hot spring surrounded by monkeys.
a signal cuts through ancient fears. Red lights burn on steel and bone. The stars feel closer than our home. From silent voids they breach the night. Cold logic dressed as endless might. They do not hate, they do not feel. They only harvest merging steel. The past awakens, fragile, thin. If they succeed, we never begin. History bends beneath their hand. One moment more, and none will stand. I will not sacrifice the Enterprise. We've made too many compromises already. Too many retreats. They invade our space, and we fall back. They assimilate entire worlds, and we fall back. Not again. The line must be drawn here. This far and no farther. And I will make them pay for what they've done. Corridors hung with crawling dread. Metal whispers of the dead. Faces frozen, half alive. Trapped between the hive and mind. A queen ascends on wires and grace. With poison words and patient face. She tempts the man I used to be. With promises of certainty. She offers peace without the pain. A world where choice is rendered plain. But perfection forged in silent chains is just another form of slain. I will not sacrifice the Enterprise. We've made too many compromises already. Too many retreats. They invade our space. And we fall back. They assimilate entire worlds. And we fall back. Not again. The line must be drawn here. This far and no farther. And I will make them pay for what they've done. Below the decks, the future sleeps.
Fuck the
I've seen
Borg.
this enemy before. Not in metal, but in myself. And I will not let it win. The ghosts return, old scars ignite. Vengeance calls into the fight. Every loss, each fallen friend demands a war that never ends. But hands unclenched, the breath is slow. Command is knowing when to let go. To choose the path that hatred fears and rise above our darkest years. No perfect code, no flawless plan. Outshines the heart of flawed made man. We are the sum of what we choose. And still, there's everything to lose. I will not sacrifice the Enterprise. We've made too many compromises already. Too many retreats. They invade our space. And we fall back. Let the future hear this truth. We were tested. And we refused. Not by force, no fear, no flame, but by the courage to remain human.
Fucking tune, boy. You know the Borg are gay because they demand you assimilate. Assimilate. Burn your ass. Light your ass on fire. Do it now. Resistance is futile. Where's the... Oh, here we go. Khan!
Log entries. Training run.
You know the Borg are gay because they demand you assimilate. That's hilarious.
Real ghosts. Buried names claw back from the dark.
Bunch of pale-skinned fags
Past mistakes don't stay dead.
with built-in vibrators.
They wait. Exile planet. Broken sky. Hatred learns to breathe. One name. Spoken like a curse.
Khan!
Wrath of Khan. Say it slow. Say it loud. Wrath of Khan.
Khan!
Wrath of Khan. Wrath of Khan. Wrath of Khan. Wrath of Khan. The past comes back to burn you down. SETI Alpha, sand and bones. Children raised on blame, evolution twisted. Faith replaced by rage. He takes the ship, he takes the weapon. Turns creation into leverage-genesis. In my hands, God switch. On or off. Choose the end. Wrath of Khan. Blood in space. Steel in veins, wrath of Khan, wrath of Khan. Blood in space, steel in veins, wrath of Khan. Wrath of Khan. Wrath of Khan. No censors.
Somebody needs to do an AI video of this, and it's just Mongols just fucking destroying everything.
Young hatred. Every move.
Can we do an
is
Asian
sacrifice.
remix of this?
Think.
The Wrath of Sadiq Khan.
Wait.
Oh, you're fucked now, buddy.
Screaming in. Wrath of God! Radiation hums. Door sealed shut. Logic over fear. A friend stands still. So others move forward. This is how legends end. Quiet. Certain. Wrath of Khan. Wrath of Khan. Wrath of Khan. Victory cost. Pay in flesh. Wrath of Khan. The human will. Outlives death. From death, life. From fire seed. Genesis blooms. Where heroes bleed. Wrath is gone. The lesson stays. Wrath of God! Lesson stays. Wrath of Khan. Lesson stays. Wrath of Khan.
This one's got swag. Yeah, it does have infected mushroom vibes. Ich liebe es. Es ist so gut, ja. I'm telling you, the first like next big load of money that I have on me, I'm buying a fucking SS fucking General thing. And Hallo meine Lieben und willkommen auf Malerei. Jeden Tag wir machen ein Hunde. Like, just paint a really epic looking Alsatian with a fucking swastika scarf and a monocle, smoking a cigar. Like, what we call my German general character. I can't remember if we came up with him before. Like, give Moira and Boris matching mini uniform and the chip. Yeah, I'll put little like I'll take the bandana off Boris and put a like. I want to get them little hats, like the penguins I did in that old painting goo. And it's just like the little the hats with the cap and the skulls and the sashes with the swastikas on them. Marshall Defender Reich. It's not German enough. It needs to be fucking hilarious. Give me a load of German names. Everybody just says Hans. Need like Heinrich. Fucking. I don't know. Like, I don't know enough German names. Like proper fucking like old school German, like pre-war German. I can't think of any. None are coming to me. Friedrich Rutger. That's a strong one. Helmut Panzerbruch. Panzerbruch is pretty funny. Helmut Panzerbruch. Rutger Panzerbruch is pretty solid. Fritz, Gottfried, Gunther. Oh, Gunther's a good one. Dietrich. I think Rutger Panzerbrush is pretty good, but it feels like a bit of a mouthful. It needs to roll off the tongue and it needs to be fucking hilarious. Dietrich is pretty good. Helmut's a good one. Helmut Panzerbruch. Guten Tag, meine Lieben. Mein Name ist Helmut Panzerbruch. Und jeden Tag wir machen ein Hunde. I'll do like castles, German shepherds, tanks, artillery guns. Like, jeden Tag, meine Lieben, wir machen ein großer what's cannon? I need to brush up on my German. He says after not brushing up on his Japanese for like 6 years. Jesus, fucking Stabaru's like flinging them out. Berthold. Eberhard. Jürgen. Oh, Jürgen's a good one. Kanon. So German. Wir machen ein großer Kanon. I like Jürgen. Jürgen Panzerbruch. That's a solid one. I think that's the best one we have so far. Guten Tag, meine Lieben. Mein Name ist Jürgen Panzerbruch. Und willkommen auf Malerei. Willkommen auf Malerei mit Jürgen Panzerbruch. Mit Mick. Desmondu Sama can help me with the fucking brushing up on my German. I'll try and do like a beautiful blonde woman one of the days or something, like in a fucking, like giving the salute or something in a German Nazi. Jeden Tag, meine Lieben, wir machen ein. That's beautiful. Can't remember. Eine Frau. Einer deutschen Frau. We're gonna need a load of Rammstein-esque music for when I do it. Jürgen Panzerbruch von Stahlpalt. Jesus Christ. I said the other one was a bit of a mouthful. Eine wunderschön deutsches Frauen. Ah, ja. Ja, mein Bruder. Like the second anybody says anything, it's just like, you got something against Germans? Are you a racist? Like,
The last thing you want to come across is a member of the mighty.
this is incredibly offensive. To who? You got something against German people?
You're out
What's wrong with you?
foraging for
Like,
berries and grapes, grape haze in the local forest region. And a mighty bitey slithers from the bush, proceeds to steal all your belongings and take a big chunk out of your ass, and then scurry off into the distance laughing at you while you bleed from your bum and realize that you have been
it's so intense.
by a monster.
while you bleed from your bum.
All hail the mighty bitey.
It's such an intense start to a song.
The last thing you want to come across is a member of the mighty bitey clan, and you're out foraging for berries and grapes, great days in the local forest region. And the mighty bitey slithers from the bush, proceeds to steal all your belongings and take a big chunk out of your ass and then scurry off into the distance, laughing at you while you bleed from your bum and realize that you have been mugged by a monster. All hail the mighty bitey.
It has no place slapping this hard.
The last thing you want to come across is a member of the mighty bitey clan, and you're out foraging for berries and grapes, great haze in the local forest region. And the mighty bitey slithers from the bush, proceeds to steal all your belongings and take a big chunk out of your ass and then scurry off into the distance, laughing at you while you bleed from your bum and realize that you have been mugged by a monster. All hail the mighty bitey. Bitey, bitey. The last thing you want to come across is a member of the mighty bitey clan, and you're out foraging for berries and grapes, great bays in the forest region. And the mighty bitey slithers from the bush, proceeds to steal all your belongings and take a big chunk out of your ass and then scurry off into the distance, laughing at you while you bleed from your bum and realize that you have been mugged by a monster. All hail the mighty bitey. Mighty bitey. Mighty bitey. Mighty bitey. The last thing you want to come across is a member of the mighty bitey clan, and you're out foraging for berries and grapes, great bays in the local forest region. And the mighty bitey slithers from the bush, proceeds to steal all your belongings and take a big chunk out of your ass and then scurry off into the distance, laughing at you while you bleed from your bum and realize that you have been mugged by a monster. All hail the mighty bitey. Bitey, bitey.
It's a fucking banger of a tune. Right, my beloved Japonaita. It's time for today's phrase of the day. Okay. This needs more like it needs more of a shape going back that way, or maybe some counterweight here. It's too front heavy at the moment. It's far too front heavy. And I need to fucking do some shit with that ventilation system on the right hand side. We're getting there. We're getting there. Making a mech with paint is not easy. All those hard angles and shit like that. Like, a lot easier if you draw it out first. But I enjoy the challenge. Right. It's time for today's phrase of today. With the help of my feathery friend, Tobias Beakus Cross. Are we calling him Tobicus? I can't remember. I don't know. It feels cruel to just change his name all of a sudden. Tobias Beakus Cross it's a good, solid name. Anyway, I will announce today's phrase of the day. With a ding of my tiny donga, with a mighty sangha, I send cleansing vibrations through the interwebs to cleanse you filthy mortals of your dirty, filthy chi, and allow it to Fro Freery as I announce today's phrase of the day and bonus Polak joker. Right. I do believe I am beginning to fade. Today's phrase of the day is as follows. In a world of penguins going between the hunting grounds and the colony, be the penguin that wanders towards the mountains 70 miles away. I had a vague understanding of what he was talking about because I've seen the picture of the penguin, but I don't know what the meme is about. So I just sent him a text. I was like, is that about the lone penguin meme? And he just started laughing. He's like, yes. Enlighten me. What's the story with the penguin? That's been floating around for weeks now. Like the last 2 weeks. As far as I've seen it anyway. It's probably around years or something. I don't know. Like, what's the story of the lone penguin? Right. Today's bonus Polak joke. A Polak walks into a bar with a parrot on his shoulder. Bartender says, "Hey, where did you get that?" Parrot replies, "Poland. They're all over the place." I was going to do a parrot voice, but I need to work on my parrot voice. Okay. This concludes today's phrase of the day. I do love my tiny donga and its mighty songa. Right, where are we with these techno tunes? We just did Mighty Bitey, didn't we? Untitled, Brave New World, Dishonored, loads of these. Okay. Is I can't even remember. Fucking the slime. What did we call the slime? The sentient goop. The fucking blobstein. Yeah. Smear blobstein. Is it on this one? I don't think it is. I'm just scrolling down the list and I see somebody getting pregnant. Oh man, that's hilarious. What a baller name for a song. Oh, there's one called We Are the Borg. Cool. Oh, there's two called We Are the Borg. So many of these. Loads of these are really good. Oh, the fucking samurai one is here. Cool. It's not really techno, is it? It's class though. Shinda Niku. Dead meat. I like it. I like it. Phrase was over my head, but I love the Polish show. Yeah, like I barely got the phrase. I just knew it was something to do with that penguin meme that's been going around.
Where moss climbs the bones of time.
Be the penguin that walks towards the mountain 70 miles. Like what? Explain the penguin meme. Do it now.
Spears bloom from his chest like branches.
Let me see.
Swords sleep deep in rotting silk. No banner left to remember. Only blood returning to soil and silt. His name dissolves in the insects. Armor split, breathing rust. A warrior stilled by history. Now meat and iron and dust. Shinda Niku, Mori no Naka, dead flesh feeding emerald ground. Kazegayu, sacrifice. Lack appeals like fading odors. Clan and code reduced to ore. Every breath the forest takes files him further from war. Helm half buried, face to heaven, jaw unlocked, oath unspoken. Time unsheathes its patient blade and finishes what went left broken. Shindaniku, kusani kaeru, dead flesh, return.
That's actually a banger tune, like, even though it's like a poem, it's like a slow, like steady poem. It's awesome. The penguin meme originated from a simple documentary on penguins. The famous part we know with the narrator being confused why the lone penguin would seek the mountain. Because it's there, Spock. That's why. That's literally the first thing that came to my mind. Was Spock asking Kirk why he's climbing the mountain? Because it's there, Spock. Yes. Oh, that'd be hilarious. The lone penguin, Kirk. The lone warrior penguin. Oh, there's more. There's more. The internet then did what it does best and ran with it, extrapolating from this one defiant, flightless bird a deeper meaning of seeking something greater than oneself despite the dangers involved. That's why the internet gives me so much hope every now and again. Like, even though it's like mired in fucking slop these days and like I don't even like the word misinformation, bullshit, lies, con men, griftery, fuckery. Every now and again, you just see a meme, and it's just like absolute gold, like just a lone penguin marching towards a mountain. Like, oh fuck, that's hilarious. Watch, someone's gonna make a fucking AI movie out of it now, if they haven't already. It's like, I said it when it first came out. Like, I don't know if I was the only one saying it. I can't imagine I was the only one saying it. But like, the whole AI situation, I just look at it just like guns. Like, imagine what it was like when guns first came out. You know, so uncivilized, no honor. Like they even say that about people who use bows on the battlefield. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and then there's like the whole thing about snipers and shit. Like, it's like once once you've engaged in ranged combat, like it's kind of game over for the whole honor thing. Like, you know, that's why like chivalry and like proper honorable dueling was always like mano a mano with like at the most like a spear, you know, versus maybe a sword or something. Like somebody would have their preferred weapon or some shit. Like then you have like the movie A Knight's Tale, you know, which is a great example of like showing to the best of their ability at the time, I suppose. Like, I mean, it's like the honor of just like slapping on a suit of armor and going to like fuck up another guy, like just one on one, whether it be in the joust or the sword fighting, like, or if you're a Russian, just MMA while wearing knight armor. Like, I fucking love the Russians, man. Like, it's supposed to be like it's supposed to be just like champion on champion. That's why I love the start of Troy so much. You know, Achilles is like running at this fucking 7 foot tall hulk of a man, and like even the way they illustrated with the camera work and the impact of like that dude's fucking, he throws the first spear and Achilles blocks it with the shield, but it like comes through like a nearly a foot past the shield and all, so he just drops the shield because it's just dead weight now. and then proceeds to full sprint at the guy, dodge another spear, and then like jump up to head level with him and just sink the whole sword into his trap. Right, like in the gap in between the collarbone and the trap, like he would have hit like the top of the lung right into the heart, parts of the spine, like such a fucking beautiful move, like, you know. I mean, the probability that you'd be able to pull something like that off on in a real fight, like, probably quite low. But like, who knows? I mean, there's some badasses out there, like. But that's how it should be, like. And even what he says after it is like why do all these men have to die? Why don't you just get your best and I get my best? And I know he's kind of like, especially Agamemnon is like being a bit of a fucking grifty, fucking manipulative little fuck in that moment because he knows that he has Achilles on his side, and Achilles is basically like fucking, for want of better, like basically unkillable. You know, what was it? His mad dipped him in. Was it the river Styx, or she dipped him in some kind of like magical lake or some shit like that? But because she did it by his ankle, that's why the only thing that you could get killed by was his fucking getting shot in the ankle or whatever. Like, I always love that scene in the Disney's Hercules when Phil is like talking about all the former heroes, and then there was Achilles, and he's going on about how he was so amazing, and he's just like, but that first shark knock of a heel of his, and then he like flicks the statue and it like crumbles. This is so funny, like it's a fucking like it's tragic how like the combination, like the combination of like the raw testosterone, like masculine driven energy of men facing off each other for honorable reasons, but also mixed with the grace of, like, you know, because like fighting, I suppose to this day is like still kind of like that, but not really, like, you know, like most, unless you're watching like one championship and it's very specific or something, like, for like, as far as I'm concerned, a lot of the fighting you see these days is like utterly brutal. The amount of people getting eye poked in the UFC these days is fucking retarded. Like, some boxing uh some boxers these days are pretty fucking slick, and they make it still look like that, you know, it's an art form. But back then there would have been dudes that like literally looked like they were like dancing on the battlefield while like heads and shit were coming off, like, you know. And it's sad that that's gone, where it is just like point and shoot, like. And I get why people are like, oh, I fucking hate AI, I hate Amazon, I hate all this stuff and all, like, but it's like, it's here, deal with it. You know, you're not doing yourself any favors by like putting that negative connotation on it by like, I refuse to use such a convenient and efficient thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've looked at some AI art, like art that I know, like thumbnails on videos and stuff, like that. I can just tell straight away. I was like, well, that was made using AI, but it's fucking awesome looking, and I actually get inspired to paint something like that. Like, is that a bad thing? That a machine, a tool, like a program, could like give me an idea just like a movie does, or a cartoon does, or a video game does, or like, you know. And like, who built the AI? Humans. Do you know what I mean? I know there's this fucking rumors going around that it's basically like the genie in the bottle, or like a demon or some shit like that. But like, I really don't think we're at that stage yet, like, yet. You know, if Vox isn't worried about it, I'm not worried about it. That guy is vastly more intelligent than I am. You know, so like, he's like versed in war tactics and economics and science and maths, and like literally made games and stuff and all, like, so it's like, if that dude is like, no, yeah, like, it's pretty cool. It's not AI though. It's just a advanced language model or some shit, like, you know, it's like, which makes perfect sense, you know, that it's not artificial intelligence. The hubris to think that like utter psychopathic retards that are in charge of our society have any ability to produce something that even remotely comes close to synthetic consciousness, because that's what it is. Artificial intelligence. It's synthetic consciousness. That's what they're trying to replicate. Something that like Chappie or Wally, you know, or the was it Bicentennial Man with Robin Williams, like I, Robot. They're all great movies. Sonny out of I, Robot was fucking awesome. The robot fights in the end I wish there was more robot fights in that movie. The way those things fought each other was fucking terrifying. Like, because they actually thought about like how a robot would fight another robot. Because they're not limited by like what a human is limited by. One minute it's a spider, the next minute it's a fucking gymnast, the next minute it's a like karate champion. Like, you know what I mean? It's like the shit they were able to do because their limbs are like have way more of a range of motion and like they don't feel pain. Like their heads could just 180 like an owl and shit. Like, you know, like fighting something like that would be fucking terrifying. Like, you better hope those things are on your side. Like, I always think it's cool to think of like the different types of shit that will end up in the future. Like, you'd end up like an American robot would be like probably like RoboCop, like really heavy, really durable, like way too many guns for its own good. Like, could you imagine if they made a walking version of like the AC-130? Like, it would have like a minigun, some kind of like 50 caliber fucking like, like anti-armor autocannon thing, and then like probably some kind of like obviously it would have like a what would you call it, like a flare dispersal system, like like it would have counter measures like smoke, flares, some kind of like EMP or some shit, like like the I don't think it'll be long before they stick one of those like sonic boxes on a walker, because they already have the dogs and you can just slap a gun on the dog. So like if they make the sonic box thing that like can disperse crowds by making people feel like they're being microwaved from the inside, those things have been around for like 20 years. I remember seeing that like prototyped on Future Weapons with that bald dude, Mac or whatever he was called. Like, you could be like 300 fucking 500 feet away from this big box that's on the back of a Humvee, and they just turn that thing on, and you're like, like you feel like you're burning and shit. Like, all you have to do is make a small version of that and just slap it on a fucking, one of them robot dog things, and it could just like walk around the place and start like fucking like. It'd be like Dakota Fanning's character in the Twilight movies, where she could just stare at you and you just start experiencing excruciating pain. Like, it's like terrorist scum. Like, it's like curled up in a fetal position on the ground while this like little robot dog walks at you like, citizen, you have violated speech code 911. Cease and desist, or your insides will be reduced to a fine paste and recycled into biomaterial, and will grow a tree on your corpse. Like, man, I would make a hilariously dystopian cartoon. Like, oh, fucking hell. We are 100% going to see Metal Gears in our lifetime. Oh, yeah. Yeah, probably. Because, like, you don't even need, like, like the idea of trying to make like a humanoid robot, it's like, why would you just make a spider tank? Or like they already have the dogs, so you just make a spider tank, or a fucking like you remember that thing they made in Wild Wild West? That thing was fucking awesome. Just had like a fucking inferno cannon on it. But you could totally just make like a big version of the dogs, like those. Like ever since I saw like the dogs, the little robot dog thing being able to like catch itself from falling. Like they literally get a soldier to walk over and like stitch it a fucking Spartan kick right at the side of it, like perpendicular to its, it's a, what would you call it? It's like a, oh, what's the term? Like its base of gravity or whatever, and like it fucking puts its legs out and like catches itself from falling and like stumbles and regains its own balance and shit. Like, it's like its center of balance. Like the second I saw that, I was like, oh, that's fucking terrifying. You don't need like Sonny or RoboCop or any of these things, or the thing that RoboCop made fall down the stairs. Like those little dog things can go downstairs and all. Like it's fucking terrifying. Like you can slap all sorts of weaponry on them, all sorts of scanners on them. Slap one of them sonic boxes on them. Like I was saying, it's like I know the Geneva Convention is the thing and all, but like, if it was me, I'd be sticking flamethrowers on the fucking things. Like, just walk this thing into a room and just like nobody's getting out of that. Like, check out some of the robots featured at this year's SHOT Show in Vegas. That's just a taste of what's in store. Give me a synopsis. Like, I prefer to call it the Geneva Suggestions. Yeah, I know. Like, I know. Like when there's nothing stopping like any of the fucking, like, especially if you're like Israel or something, you have the excuse of the fucking Holocaust and all that shit. Where you're like, we must kill the orcs. That's why we have chemical weapons that can melt your flesh off. Like, do you know what I mean? Like telling us that we can't use weapons that vaporize whole populations is anti-Semitic. like that's where that goes. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, fucking criticizing the porn industry is anti-Semitic. Like, fucking criticizing war crimes is anti-Semitic. Like, I remember seeing these things that like they had these things mounted on the back of a fucking armored truck, and like this thing would fling out. It was similar to like a javelin missile system where it would like chuck out a rocket that would like it'd just like almost like flop out of the tube and then immediately just go and take off. But this thing just went straight up in the air, similar to a javelin, but instead of like then coming back down on the target, it went up above the target, got to like an apex or the peak of an arc, and then just dispersed all of these molten copper discs, and like the fucking damage it did to like an armored like I think they hit like an M1 Abrams tank with the fucking thing, and it turned it to Swiss cheese. Like if you fucking had like 5 lads in that tank and then you opened it afterwards, like there'd just be like pools of blood and mincemeat everywhere. Like the smell of it would be rank. Like you don't need like chemical weapons or any of these things. Like they're using superheated like fucking metal. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, do you ever see them fucking? I think I spoke about this before, and then someone corrected me on like the composition of the shells. But like, is it white phosphorus or something? I can't remember. But there's like shotgun shells that are designed to just like melt door hinges. So you just go like bang bang, and the door just falls. So like you're not trying to like, you don't have to worry about like ricochet and blowback and all by like putting buck into the thing. It just like, it's like an in between of like bird shot and dragon's breath, where it just like spits out a lot of hot stuff and just like instantaneously just vaporizes like most civilian or like moderately reinforced door frames. Like you just go right up to the fucking hinges and just go pop pop, and you just kick the door down. Like, so like if they have that like in a small arms sense, imagine what they have into like, and they've been working on rail guns for fucking like how long? Like I could totally see before I'm dead, like I'm probably gonna hit like I think I can hit 90 for sure, especially with like the shit going on or whatever, like they're probably going to come out with a fucking like, just take a whiff of this and you get an extra 10 years. Now, whether I'd try it would be another thing, because he'd be like skeptical as fuck. But like, I think I would probably, let alone whatever about like witnessing like a real world version of Metal Gear. I think we like people around my age, like if you're in your 30s now, like me, by the time you get to like your 80s, maybe even like maybe not even like I could get to like 50 and they have like a mini rail gun on one of them dog walker things. Cause like the tech just gets like exponentially like, well, the military tech anyway gets like exponentially better like every fucking 5-10 years, like. And they've gone from rail guns that are like chucking anvils at like fucking, what was it, 600 miles an hour or some shit like that. I can't remember what the speed was, but they were trying to get down like the shape of the projectile and all, because like the projectile is like, has to be shaped, or did at one point had to be shaped a certain way because of the way that they had all the magnets, all the electromagnets like lined up. So they basically just had a fucking, it was just this like T-shaped block of steel that they just go whoom and just like, turn it on there, Jim, and it just fucking propels this thing at stupid speeds at like a huge steel plate. And there's just this like god awful explosion, and like it's crazy. Like all the robot stuff, all the high tech shit, like as far as the Americans are concerned, is just going to be like overwhelming force. And then you'll have China, like the Chinese and the Iranians and the Indians and whatever, like they'll have like kick ass drones, and then the Russians will probably have Metal Gear. Like the Russians will literally probably be the ones to make the first like Warhammer 40K style fucking dreadnought walker tank with a genetically altered Russian soldier in it with an iPad. Like just like it's gonna be stupid. Like Cyberpunk is probably a good reference for a lot of that shit. You know, like they've been working on exosuits and exoskeletons for ages now. Like, and like some of it works. Some of it isn't like science fiction anymore. Some of it fucking works. Like granted, it's not like that's why they're just using drones and dogs, because it's like they're cheap, they work, they're that's the direction that it's going to go, for the most part. Like making a human robot is just, it's not practical and it's not necessary because you've already got humans. But it's not like you can train a fucking tiger or some shit to like carry a 50 cal, like, do you know what I mean? But like one of those things, that's a different story, like. Because like all they have to do is make it the size of a fucking elk or a deer instead of a dog. And then like the like that's the fucking shit you've seen in like games like Metal Gear and games like what's the other, like, you might see some Ghost in the Shells kind of stuff. Like bug shaped things, like this shit, like spider tanks and certain kinds of walkers and stuff like that. Like there'll be walkers, but they won't be like the human anatomy won't be what they go for. They'll go for birds, four-legged, like, mammalian type things. They might even go for snakes. Like, could you imagine if you could have like a mix between fiber optic cables and like the type of shit that like Dr. Octopus's arms are made out of, and you could just like have this like fucking, like really, really like heavily armored snake thing that you could just like drill and weave into an enemy location, and then it just like drops a grenade or something. It just like spits out a grenade or like just releases a gas. Again, I know the Geneva suggestions, like, do you know what I mean? Like, imagine how terrifying that would be. Like a mechanical version of Tremors that just like drills through a wall and just opens its head and just goes and just like sprays all this toxic shit and then just like wriggles its way back out. Be fucking disgusting. Um, warfare has already come full circle to where Ukrainian and Russian cavalry units are using horses again alongside dirt bikes and ATVs. I know it's mad, isn't it? Like because like when the drones started getting heavy, like they switched back to things like bird shot, like with shotguns, to just like tum 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 tum, like which makes perfect sense. Like that's all war is like is it cheap? Is it practical? Is it and can we mass manufacture it? That's why the AK-47 is like the most ubiquitous assault rifle because like they just made a fuck ton of them. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like 7.62 millimeters. So you get hit by one of those rounds and like you're down. Even like it's not like the 5.56 or other shit where like it can go right through you and you'd be like, oh, I got hit. Like, after you killed six of them and you realize you've been shot. Like that happens so many times apparently, especially in Vietnam, was it or something, where like the M16 was just like such a high velocity assault rifle and a caliber and shit that like they'd spray a fucking Vietnamese guy that's running at them with a katana and like he wouldn't like there's no stopping power to it. It's just putting holes in him. And it's putting holes in him that are so quick and clean. He doesn't know that he's been shot. So he still gets to you, cuts your head off, and then goes, oh, I'm full of holes, and then bleeds out on the spot. Like that's why I'm telling you, like deer slugs, man. My favorite fucking like munition as far as small arms, deer slugs. Shot like favorite weapon, shotguns. Favorite fucking munition is deer slugs, or just any kind of shotgun shell, like because they're so versatile. If you've like a decent sized shotgun that's not too long, not too short, and you've like a foregrip like on the thing, so it's like really maneuverable and easy to handle, and you just have like all these different types of shells on you. One's for breaching doors, ones that like can armor pierce a car, ones that are like small grenade shells, ones that are just straight up buck, ones that are deer slugs. Everything that you have on you is like multi-situational. You can take out armored targets. You could take out a guy in an armored car. You could take out a guy 400 fucking yards down range. You could take out like two guys in a hallway if you had like a widespread like buckshot on you or whatever. Like so dangerous, so fucking dangerous. Like shotguns like kick ass, man. Who knows what will happen next? Yeah, I love thinking about it. Like I know they're weapons of death and shit, like you know what I mean. But it's like the whole thing of like how often do men think about Rome? Like you know, it's very similar. Where like I find it fascinating how like you could just make all this shit. But like I don't when I'm thinking about it, I'm not necessarily thinking about killing people. I'm thinking like I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd when it comes to weaponry, where I'm like, ooh, like you can make one of these things and it does this and all, like But then I'd more than likely witness one of them. It'd be like an Oppenheimer situation, where like if I helped design one of these like snake tunneling, like gas releasing things, I'd see it being used and I'd just be like, oh fuck, what have I done? Like, it's not a good business to be in. Like, if you have a conscience, like fuck that shit. Oh god, I think I'm gonna leave it there. I'm fucking knackered. My eyes are starting to fall out my head. I literally didn't get any sleep last night. I've been awake since like I can't remember what time yesterday. 4:12 or something. I don't know. Fucking bollocks. Right. We're starting to get more definition on the robot, but like, I'm gonna try and like make it real sharp looking. It's like it's still at that stage where like, as far as I'm concerned, it looks like trash, but from a distance, it looks like semi okay. Like, I have become death, the destroyer of worlds. What a faggot. The destroyer. Like, there's only one world. There's only one world, like, this nigga thinks he's gonna nuke space now or something, like, oh god, they're gonna kill the Martians. Like, it's just fucking Defense goes full Oppenheimer. It would be funny if the Russians named their first warbot something like Igor, integrated ground offensive robot. Oh, it'd be fucking brilliant, man. I fucking the last like I don't know the last like 10 years. I just like I love the Russians. They're so based. I know they like have the same problems we have in so many ways. Like, do you know what I mean? Like crime, corruption, drug use, all these things. Like, do you know what I mean? But like, and I know a lot of it could be propaganda. But like, I remember seeing that ad on the plane. I can't even remember what it was about. Really, it was like fucking avoiding communism or something. I can't remember. Like, but it was like they had a foot. It was like simply having some based shit, or at least appearing to have some based shit, and then like funny ads still on the telly, and then their leader like at least appearing to be like masculine and do shit like and appear to be like semi based is enough because things have gotten so bad everywhere else. Like, wasn't there recently a fucking attempted coup in China and they like fucking Vlad, very large artillery defender. There's like it's not even a fucking like vehicle or a machine. It's just like genetically altered soldiers that guard the artillery cannons. They just call them Vlads. Very large artillery defenders. These like 9 foot tall space marine looking niggas with just huge bolter rifles standing beside all the artillery emplacements, murdering anything that gets within like a kilometer. Like, it's oh fucking hell. I feel so bad. Like it's I think people like me who were like born in the 90s, we got like the last remnant of humanity in so many things. You know, like I would have fucking like imagine going to school the last 10 years. Imagine going to war the last 10 years. Imagine doing anything for like the public the last 10 years. Being in the movie industry, being in the music industry. Like I know for a long time it's been quite bad, but like specifically the last 10 to 15 years. Oh man, like fuck that shit. Like with all the woke stuff and all the crazy drone shit and all like it's like fuck that like wasn't the statistics on fucking most of the deaths that the Marines suffered in Iraq was IEDs? Do you imagine how much that sucks? Do all that training, get all these cool guns, and go out with your buddies to go and apparently, bring democracy and kill bad guys and all. And on the way to your objective, you just get blown the fuck up. Like, imagine how demoralizing that is. Like sitting in it, like just like, come on, lads, yeah, like hoorah! And then the next thing is just like, like, corporal, get the fucking like. You're like missing. You're missing your left leg from the knee down. 2 fingers on your right hand. You don't know where your gun is. You look over there, and the dude that you just played cards with like a few hours ago has a bit of shrapnel lodged in his face, and he's like twitching out. Like, fuck that shit. Like, like, and then when you come back, you realize that it was all for like nothing. Like, there's nothing patriotic about it. There's nothing moral about it. Nothing remotely like honorable about it at all. It's all just for like a bunch of corrupt fucks. Like, oh, that'd suck ass. Like even back in the day when you were like standing in a line full of redcoats and firing muskets at smoke across a fucking, what used to be a farmland or some shit like that. Even in that, there was still like, they'd be writing home to their missus, like, do you know what I mean? Like, my love, I cannot wait to return to you and all this shit. Like, there was still a sense of like moral stuff, you know, and like when you're back at that, like just before the whole fiat system and shit like that, like yes, you were still fighting for like typically corrupt kings for the most part, like, but there was still a sense of like brotherhood and honor and like, you know, like imagine how much balls it takes to just like stand in a field and go, right, the enemy is there, load, volley, load, like fuck that, like seriously. The only one that I would have gotten involved in was like way back in the day with like swords and shields. And even then you have to worry about like bows and arrows. Like you just get a random arrow in the neck and that's the end of you. Like it suck like. But at least there was like a fighting chance, like literally a fighting chance of like, right lads, it's like, you know, uh like a lethal version of rugby or American football. Like, you know, you're all wearing armor, you've all got weapons, right? The ball's in the middle, go. Like, do you know what I mean? But like, there's still some semblance of like teamwork, you know, like if you're really good at fighting and you stay aware and all this shit, like, you know. That's it. It's just such dirty tactics. Like, remember that bit in the fucking is a Braveheart, or he's like sending the archers, or he's like archers, and then like his second in command is like, but sire, we'll hit our own men, and he's like, we'll hit theirs as well. Like, it was such a perfect like. It was such a perfect illustration of like no fucks given about human life. Like, you know what I mean? Archers, but sir, we'll hit our own men. We'll hit theirs as well. Like, what's wrong with you? Fire! like, part of me loves that character because he's just so true to form. You know, like, send in the Irish. Fucking wankers. It's so dark, like. Oh man. Ivan, infantry variable assault neutralizer. And they call it acceptable losses. Like the worst one, the worst one I've heard is the modern vernacular where it's a collateral damage. That's the most soulless fucking thing ever. Collateral damage. Oops, sorry. Like, are you fucking serious? Like, you know, especially these days with all the tech and like all the fucking supposed like, you know, awesome advances in munitions and all this fucking shit, and you still manage to kill a load of civilians. Like, it's such scumbaggery. Like, there's no honor in that at all. Like, and yeah, I know there was like technically the same thing back in the day. Like, a lot of bandits would roll in, but it wasn't collateral damage. They were there to kill and rape everyone, so they killed and raped everyone. Nowadays, you have like the ability to put a bomb in a phone and place it in someone's car. You know, like, oh, but it costs so much money and it takes so much time. We have to train up the spy and do this and all and blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, but that's a hell of a lot better than like killing women and children. You know, like fuck that shit. That's why I like the whole idea of a sniper. One bullet, one shot, one kill. You change the world. At least for a few days. Typically these days, you know. You murk a guy at a distance with a sniper round, and like that deal doesn't get made. He doesn't do this. So you at least for maybe like a couple of days or weeks or maybe even months, shift the balance of power in your favor or someone else's favor or something. And all you had to do was just click, boom, like one fuckhead. Like, I know there's no honor in it technically in the sense of like he doesn't see it coming, but like at least there's no fucking. And I know technically you could still get collateral damage from a fucking sniper round, but like that's a hell of a lot better than a fucking, you know, predator drone strike at a wedding. Like, surely, we're tracking his cell phone. Where's his cell phone? Oh, he's at a wedding. Launch the missiles. Like, sorry, what? Like, Boom! Like, fuck that. Like, what a bunch of dickheads. Like, do you imagine being the guy flying that thing? Target acquired. Click. And you just like, you're looking at that like white and grey and black fucking thermal screen. And you just see this thing just go. And then just like a huge explosion and like body parts going everywhere, people running around, like women clearly like crying and like going nuts and shit, like dudes crawling away from the explosion, like it's so much but arguably better in others, like, do you know what I mean? It's like fucked up. Like, imagine what it's going to be like when we have shit like this, where it's like one or two dudes, instead of being in a jet, you have like one or two dudes in a walker mech thing, and like all of these robots with fucking like God knows what kind of weaponry, and they just like bust into it, like, you know, fucking, we have a high value target on block C, street 9, apartment fucking, you know, 33, and this thing just like carves a path through a fucking George Dredd style metropolis to get to this like one fucking broker, you know, a data broker. That's it. Like, that's what the future is going to be, is like that Deus Ex style bullshit where it's like it's going to be high value target assassinations of data brokers who have like he has like a chip in his brain that, you know, only him, like only he has the codes to like a whole fucking, you know, financial network. So if you take him out, you know, you'll fucking destroy the economy of a country. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like wild, fucking wild stuff. Like, then the double tap as the ambulance arrives. Yeah, what was that in? It was a really fucking like really realistic version of that in a movie. Was it was it Kingdom? I can't remember what movie that was in. But like this dude goes into the middle of a car park or something while a load of people are leaving a stadium, and he's like, "Allahu Akbar," and blows himself up, and then the ambulance arrives, and then they fucking detonate another one. Like that's just like the definition of no honor, you know, utter fucking scummery. Like I love weaponry, you know. I'm a man. Like I fucking like, because it's a tool. The same reason I love like sledgehammers and shovels and saws and fucking like, you know, hammers and nails and shit. Like, is the same reason I love an assault rifle or a sword. But like the same rules apply. Like you would only like you would only cast such tools on people who deserve it if you have a fucking conscience, you know? And I know there's the whole ethical thing of like, well, how do you determine if they deserve it? Well, like, you know, that's why back in the day it'd be like, you know, like, you know, a lot of bandits just took out one of our villages, sire, and you'd be like, all right, let's get the lads on the horses, go find them and kill them all. Like, that's what a king and a kingdom was supposed to be. Like, wasn't that what Arthur and his boys were all about? It's like, all right, we have these lads who are just like carving a path through the countryside, raping and pillaging everyone. We're going to suit up. We're going to fucking track them down. We're going to find them and kill them all. That's what real men do, you know? We're the bad guys? Okay. Point me in the direction of the bad guys. But they actually have to be bad guys, you know? Now it's just like, it's all smoke and mirrors. The whole fucking 9/11 bullshit. Like, you know, like, oh no, the bad guys took out 2 of our buildings and killed 1,000 people. We have to go fucking spend the next 20 years in the desert slamming Gatorade on each other's asses and fucking, you know, guarding a load of heroin. Like, it's just so fucked. Like how bad was Sodom and Gomorrah? Do you know what I mean? Like, like I know it's like show me one good man, and there's good people everywhere, so there's that. But like, it's pretty fucking bad. Like, like there's some wild shit happening. Like, anyway, right. I think I'm gonna get a bite to eat and fucking pass out. You know the drill. Pay for painting goo, or you're a fag with no honor. I probably won't be doing painting goo tomorrow at 4 p.m. because I'm doing that volunteering thing for the fucking the set decoration thing. So tomorrow's goo will probably be late, but I will still be doing a painting goo, but it'll probably be late. So yeah, be good, be true, and be beautiful, and pay for painting goo. Sayonara. God bless. Let's see you tomorrow. Oh, Jesus.